Welcome back to Miss Bon Vivant Live. I am your host, Miss Bon Vivant, and this show is fabulously powered by Socially Luxe. I'm telling you guys, it's just been such a great week in one day. But today I'm really excited because I finally get to talk to the woman behind the song Kiss is a Killer, Miss Sabrina Fallah. I have been waiting for this moment because I told you guys, I love all genres of music. I've been doing this for a very long time. And her song to me is just everything, and it could mean anything, but we're gonna get it straight from her mouth what it means to her and what came about with a lot of things. We're going to be talking about her upcoming projects and a lot of stuff, but right now I really want to welcome her in, Miss Sabrina Fallah.
Hi.
Hello, darling. Welcome to Miss Bon Vivant Live on Business Tuesdays. I'm so happy that you are here with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you are so fabulous. You are calling in, and you are from Ottawa, right?
Yes, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And I just want to ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
Kiss is a Killer, because we've been playing it on the show,
yep.
And I just love the fact that we were able to rotate it for a while. But I want to pick your brain a little bit and ask you a question about this song in particular.
Mm-hmm.
About Kiss is a Killer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I want to kind of pick your brain a little bit. What made you think about, this particular type of song? What does it mean to you?
Well, okay. Well, I was in Nashville co-writing for this record, and actually the songwriter that I was writing with thought of that song, thought of the title Kiss is a Killer, and I had a feeling that was the single, and the title of the record. But the idea, I kind of went for like a bad boy theme. Like I was thinking of Grease.
Okay.
And the bad boy gives the best kisses, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's the bad boy in a cool way.
Right.
Not the guy that is rude. He's just trying to be cool to get all the girls, right?
Right.
So this girl just can't resist that kiss.
Yes, we've all been there. I love it. I love it. Right. Who can resist a good kiss from a bad boy that's good?
and it's funny because everybody likes a bad boy, right?
Oh, absolutely. In some way, we do.
But in real life, sometimes it doesn't work out as well. But in a song, it's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way you put it in the song. But yeah.
Absolutely. So your first EP of original songs was recorded in England and by a really amazing producer, Stuart Apps. That's major. Let them know, let the audience know how major Stuart Apps that you worked with is. It's super. I love it because I've seen one of these guys. Yes,
Elton John, Oasis, Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Okay.
Twisted Sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's major.
He's worked with top notch. Yeah,
absolutely.
Amazing.
I remember when, I was a kid and I watched Twisted Sister's video. It was crazy.
They're so good.
They are so good. And remember they caused this huge hoopla about, I don't want you listening to Twisted Sister, because he was they were so full of life. He had all this curly blonde hair and he's busting through walls and he's in a kid's bedroom and he's yeah. It's crazy, right? And then
yeah.
I seen Elton John personally. I seen him when he had the show The Red Piano. That was incredible. I was on stage. It was amazing. Elton John is all of that. And we can't even forget Led Zeppelin, because I remember their albums.
They're amazing.
I remember rolling in a 944 Porsche with my friend when, I think, what is it, The Pink Wall or something like that, one of their albums that came out. Led Zeppelin, like, it's something like that. But I remember, like, all their videos, like, they're so amazing. And what a treat for you to be able to express yourself with such an amazing, well-known producer such as Stuart Epps.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
It was really fun working with him. And he would allow me to be creative and, like, let me put my own creativity in my music.
Right.
So I got what I wanted the sound to be. Mm-hmm. So I was very happy with the end result. So was there anything that producer Stuart Epps may have suggested or told you that really helped you kind of shape and help enhance maybe either your performance level, or maybe kind of see more inside of what, you know, you were writing or singing about or doing that may help young artists out here, you know, like that kind of want to get to where you are in that position? What did he say? He just basically told me to be true to myself and be who I want to be. Mm-hmm. But in this business, it can be hard because some producers have different ideas and they want to put what they want. But always try to be close to who you want to be. I've always told people I want to be rock, and that's where I'm going to be.
Right.
And nobody can do anything. But
I love that. So be your authentic self. Yeah.
Because rock is different for female. But because there's so many males in the rock industry, that where are the females? Come on.
Right.
But with Stuart, he was always just saying, just do what you love. But I remember he once said that you have to love it to be in the industry.
Yes.
Like, if you want to succeed, you have to bleed for it. You have to have passion. Because we're waking up every day doing this. It's not like something you just do. If you want to make it, you've got to do it. Like, you really have to put your heart and soul in it, but still be what you want to be.
Right. So just be your authentic self, basically, because, and you know what's so funny? I'm glad that you mentioned that, and it's so true with a lot of artists such as yourself, and I'm glad that he was able to instill that and just keep you focus on that part, and don't kind of like fall back to what everybody else want you to be, but just try as much as you can, like 98% to be your authentic self. Yeah. But also, because you remind me of, and keeping true to that, and it was interesting because Run DMC, he was just like, listen, you know, it was the tall guy, you know, like, he was like, listen, all of those years I was with Run DMC and I'm rapping and everything, he goes, I really did not feel like I wanted to rap like that. He said there was so much energy I wanted to put out there that was different, and they kept telling me, go with the flow, just this is what we're doing right here. And they didn't allow him to kind of exercise or explore exactly what he wanted to do. And coming out many years later to talk about it, and he talked about depression, he talked about, you know, how all of those years went by, and he could have, you know, really put out something himself, or he could have like been himself to talk about like more positive things, or things that was kind of like going on true to him throughout his eyes and experience. But, you know, it's hard in the industry. You go with the grain and what's popular and what's going on. And a lot of artists right now are signing these crazy deals just to be on a bigger platform, to be heard. But are they really true to themselves and what they say? And a lot of them are factory, you know, artist makers, you know what I'm saying? And that's why one of the reasons why we love promoting your music, because you stay true to the grain of who you are, and it shows throughout. And that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be me. Now, what, like, nobody told me be a rock singer. You know what I mean? Okay. When I found that I wanted to be a rock singer is because I told myself, what can I be that can be a bit different? Okay. So when I go out there,
I can stand out a little bit in the, at the open mic or on the stage.
Right.
And then it worked. Because everywhere I go, there's this female rock singer, me singing, but there's other singers. But at least I felt like, okay, I'm doing what I love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I love other genre music, but I just wanted to try something different. And it took me a long time to get to my raspy voice. Like, I had to train my voice to get that deep edge. Because at the beginning, I sounded like a pop singer, all soft and stuff. I worked my vocals, and I finally got to that edgy sound. Like Bryan Adams had that problem, too. He sounded soft, and then he got that raspy sound over the years. So it's just vocal stuff that you have to work on.
And guys, we're going to continue with Miss Sabrina Fallah as we talk about her. But right now, let's get right back into the music right here on Miss Bon Vivant Live. Back right here on Miss Bon Vivant Live. I am your host, Miss Bon Vivant, and this is powered by Sociolux. We are talking with the most fabulous and intuitive, talented singer-songwriter, arranger, Miss Sabrina Fallah. Welcome back. Yes, I love Kiss is a Killer. We were talking about it earlier and what the song, signifies. And it's about like that drawing to, one of those bad boys, but not one of those bad boys that get on your nerves. And, you can't resist that kiss. The guy that just kind of makes you go,
Exactly.
Exactly.
And you just want more.
And you want more. Exactly. I'll be like, listen, I'm not saying I'm going to kiss you in this alley. I'm just saying, can we just sit down somewhere, and just be fabulous together? Maybe in the alley. I mean, you got it like that, though. But we're right here with Miss Sabrina Fallah. And she is so incredible, multi-talented, work with some of the best in the business. And I wanted to kind of get a little bit personal with you a little bit. I wanted to ask you, who influenced you? What is the influence of what you do today?
Green Day.
Oh my God.
I love them so much.
Oh my God.
And when I heard their American Idiot record, that was when I was like, yeah, rock.
I remember
I feel it now.
I remember that. Green Day, remember they used to sweep up so many awards. I'm like, dang, Green Day again? But listen, everybody had a chance to finally get into the brains and the mind and behind the scene of Green Day and why they are so popular, why they sweep up awards, and what the lead singer really was thinking. And they even adapted a play according to that, right? Into the titled album American Idiot. And it was one of the best, sold out plays.
And
they did it in California.
Instantly.
Right. Yeah. And they did it in California. I was so proud, me being a native Californian, especially Northern Californian, Berkeley, California. And it was so incredible. And for you to be inspired and influenced by that is major. It's major. So when you heard that album, American Idiot, what was it that strategically made you say, you know what, this kind of speaks out to me? What was the blueprint for you? For you being influenced by American Idiot?
Oh, when I heard the record, there was a song on it called "What's Her Name."
Okay.
That song stood out.
Okay.
And Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And I just liked how the sound was and just the way that the production was made. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if only I could do that sound. But the thing about me is I don't want to sound like them because I don't want to be them, right? Mm-hmm. I just wanted to take some of their punchiness and harshness sound and put it in my own sound to have a flavor, a feel of them.
Absolutely. So adaptation of how they do their production, how they do their percussions and things, just being the influence of how they meticulously have their sound and apply it to what you do, but have your own identity and have your own kind of feel in addition to what you've been influenced by musically.
Yeah.
Right.
And vocally, it's funny. I would sing Green Day over and over again to try to match how he's growling and how he's rasping. Right. And it actually worked.
Okay.
After 2 years of just singing over and over, trying to get that edge and feel, it worked.
So when you did and you released your single, The Front Line, along with an official video, right, back in 2015, this was in August, you worked with an award-winning producer, Chris Brickett. And he, you know, and this is amazing because he has worked with some of the biggest names in music. Peter Gabriel. Dude, when I tell you, whoever worked with Peter Gabriel is my friend. I may not know you personally, but Peter Gabriel, come on. Shock the Monkey. The list goes on, right? You got Quincy Jones, Buffy St. Marie. the list goes on. Sinead O'Connor and more. Like, tell us about that moment. Like, how did you get in touch with Chris Burkett? Like,
okay. What happened was, at that time, I was looking for another producer to work with.
Okay.
For a project, and I went to a songwriters night. I think it was SAC, Songwriters Association of Canada.
Wow.
And I just walked in one day, and actually, before I got into the venue, there was a guy by his bike, and I'm like, is this where I have to go for the songwriters? Because I was trying to find it. And then we just ended up talking, and all of a sudden, he knew Chris, and he gave me his phone number.
What?
And then the next minute, I'm in his studio.
What?
Meeting him.
I don't know, but you are
I'm
definitely a closer.
If you meet people, you never know who they know.
That's so true. That is so true.
I was at the right place at the right time.
Yes, you were. That is a blessing indeed, because Canada is cool. Canada is so cool. We have been talking so much, not only about her talents, her brand, what she's been up to leading up to current events, but some of the most profound producers that she has worked with. Okay, and Sabrina, hello, darling.
Yes. Hi.
I wanted to ask you, and we were talking about the release single of The Frontline,
right,
and, along with the official video, but you really had a breaking point back in 2015 when, you got a chance to have access to Chris Burkett.
Yes.
And he's an award-winning producer. And he also produced your single, The Frontline, because he's worked with some of the biggest names in music: Peter Gabriel, Quincy Jones, Buffy St. Marie, Sinead O'Connor, and a lot more. So in that moment, you got the number in your hand and you're thinking to yourself, and I'm going to ask you this question. Were you excited? Were you confident? Were you like, oh my God, this is like, I wasn't expecting this kind of number. Like, this is major. Can I do this? Like, what was the drive when you saw that number in your hand?
I sometimes get nervous because I'm calling the person for the first time, but I was confident enough to tell him where I got the number from, and why I was contacting him. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, for sure, I can totally fit you in my busy schedule."
Oh my God, that is so crazy, because
he is very busy.
Right, and then just for that moment to happen like that, I know you're like, yes, you're like the closer. So guys, if you're out there and you get a major number, first, do not panic. No. 2, you must have said something in closing the way that gave them the confidence to give you that number, and you better call, because you're hungry, you're ready, and you can't delay anything. Like, you got to be ready for it, right? Like, this is your passion. This is your life. What's so crazy is, I just want to throw this out there, like, seriously. I know you would appreciate this too. Peter Gabriel, he still sounds fabulous in the same today. I watched one of his concerts, and he's like on this little bike riding around. His stage is like in a circular form, and he's doing one of the songs I love. He's so amazing. I just have to throw that out there. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
But so tell us a little bit more about The Frontline before we get into your trip to Nashville.
The Frontline is a song about going for what you want, and basically, I'm going to do this, and if you don't want to come with me, I don't care, because I'm going for it.
Yes!
It's like going for what you want in life, basically. Yes. And I'm going through that. Yeah.
That is so awesome. I mean, you know what? Like, seriously, and it's hard for a lot of artists because they feel like they made it out and they're pressured to take everybody with them. They're pressured to make and grind and give and put money back into the friends and the family and things like that. And then you might put some people on with you as a team, and they're not doing the work. They laid up. They're like, well, when am I going to get paid? I'm hungry. It's like, wait, listen, I asked you to do this. I need you to help me put the name out, put the word out, help me with this, because I'm putting in the grind. I'm doing the work, and I need you to be a part of that team. But if you can't do it, I got to keep going because this is my life and my journey. So the front line, I think you were just really at the peak where you needed to relate that message to people, especially to a lot of like-minded artists.
I was in a special time in my life where I was having problems, and I had to put that song out there and say, you know what? I'm tired of you people.
Boom.
I'm going for it. So a lot of my songs are situations I've been in my life, so are close to my heart. So that was like a time where I'm like, I'm tired of this,
Right.
People just let me go. Like,
wow. Was that hard to do? Was that hard to say,
no,
I want to look them in their eyes and be on the phone?
The song sound fun to sing. So even though it's about me trying all the struggles and I'm trying to go through, it's fun to sing.
I love it. I love it. That's wild. Yeah, it's one. I bet it's just one of the hardest things that anybody have to do, in their career as far as music. I think music is one of the hardest industries, first of all, to get into. On her fabulous interview with me right here. And guys, don't forget, tomorrow is the Miss Bon Vivant live app. That's going to be the debut. Please, please, please watch out for it because we will have Sabrina Fallah on there. You don't want to miss it because Sabrina is fly. No, I just have to do that. We're going to have her stuff on there that you guys can check out. Also, guys, leave your comments with us on Facebook on WEMF or also on Miss Bon Vivant, MissBonVivant. Find me on Twitter and also Instagram. But the Instagram is a little bit different. MS_BON_VIVANT. We are back with our fabulous guest, Miss Sabrina Fallah, and her single Kiss is a Killer and all that is involved with her fabulous lifestyle as a rock and roller performer and songwriter and producer. She is fabulous. We're going to get right back into it here. I want to ask you a question for everybody, including your fans out there. And 2 million listeners. We want to know, who would the top 3 artists that you would like to work with in the near future?
Green Day, Bon Jovi, Billy Idol.
What? Speaking of what? That
and
is
I've
so
seen
cool.
them all live, and they're awesome.
You're so lucky. Now I'm going to ask you even a tougher question. Out of those 3, which one would you like to have first? Green
Day.
Green Day. I knew you were going to say that. I knew. I was just testing you. No, that is so cool. Yeah, so getting into all of this stuff, and you had just been working with some phenomenal people during your career. And just last year, like not too long ago last year, you made a trip to Nashville, Tennessee, and you had the opportunity to co-write with several songwriters and record a brand new songs with veteran producer Kent Wells?
Yes.
You already know. Like
Dolly Parton's producer.
Yes, Dolly Parton's producer, which, by the way, Dolly Parton is the queen of everything. Okay, the queen, because she had to bust her way through that stigma of every song that is country is dominated by men. And there's no way really we're going to have a huge fan base that is going to collect a lot of coins by a female country recording artist, period. Right?
Right.
Right. And so along with yourself, I love women like you who go right deep into the industry, especially rock, which is a male-dominated, industry with that.
Very male.
And this is one of the reasons why I love you so much, and I love the way that you project yourself throughout your music, because it's so cool. So just kind of tell us really quickly. We're going to talk about you working with Kent Wells, and then we're going to let all of your fans and everyone else know out there how you can be reached and how they can purchase your music.
Okay, sure.
And you're on.
So, working with Kent was really fun, and how we did it was after I co-wrote all my songs, he and I went into the studio to find the right key range for my voice because, some were low, some were too high. So he changed the keys for me. And then I wrote 10 songs. So we had to choose 5. And Stuck Up was one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. After, because at the beginning I was like, it sounds very, different. And I don't know. And then when he played it and I sang it with him, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the song. Mm-hmm. But my song didn't last. He was a bit iffy about it because he didn't feel it was for my voice at the beginning.
Right.
But I told him, come on, let me sing it for you. Because I was supposed to do a small recording before I went into the studio, but I was so tired. But I said, I can sing it. So when I sang it, he's like, oh, I see what you mean. And he's like, I didn't know you could do that with your voice. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so all the songs we had to go through one by one, see the one that fit. And it was amazing. And also the band he brought in for me. Oh.
Wow. Was it like a 5-piece band, a 10-piece band, a 15-piece, like the band? Like, what was it? Like, what kind of band did he bring in for you? Like, that sounds really exciting, you know?
I got Kelly Clarkson's drummer.
Boom! That's dope. That's
now, I
really
don't
dope.
know if it is the drummer on tour or if it is her actual drummer, because sometimes on tour they change their drummers if they can't make it.
True.
They go.
True, but still, it's a drummer is a drummer if it's with her. It's still cool.
So when I met him, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Kelly Clarkson's drummer. Does he know how much I love Kelly Clarkson?
No, but now all of us do. And, she was one of one of the first winners on American Idol?
American Idol, yeah.
Right, but, we just broke down the big news about that. But let everybody know how you can be reached on social media, all of your handles. I want you to go for broke on this. Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you, especially with inquiries if they want to book you. Boom.
Awesome. So my website is sabrinafallah.com. All of my links to my social media are on the top. So my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube. I do have a Snapchat account.
Nice.
It's Sabrina_Fallah. I love it. And you can reach me at my main website. There's a contact, and you can email me there if you want to book me. And I'm very approachable. Please follow me on all of my social media, and we can chat as long as you like. I love
so
talking
cool.
with people and meeting new people.
Absolutely. That's
cool. And making new friends. Come on, guys.
Exactly.
I am your friend. I'm your friend.
Yes, I love it because Canadians are so friendly. And I remember it was so cool because let me tell you one thing. Not only the door unlocked, but let me tell you who are the gangsters in Canada. It's the raccoons, man. They big. Like, it's like, I was like, let me just stand there. Let me look. But everybody, like as far as the people, the energy, the weather, it is so cool. Sabrina Fallah, thank you so much for being on the show, darling. And
Thank
remember,
you for having
guys,
me.
of course, and remember, guys, her last name is spelled Fallah, just in case you might have a little bit of trouble. But thank you. You are welcome anytime on the show. Find her, guys, SabrinaFallah.com. And we're going to get into some music right here on the Miss Bon Vivant Live.
The world is our scene. We are WEMF Radio.